We'll chant Om 3 times, followed by the invocation shlokas. Inhale deeply. Om. Sahana bhavatu, Sahana bhunaktu, Sahaviryam karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vedvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्. As we are doing Drg Drsya Viveka, can one of you please repeat the Dhyana Shloka or the Mangalacharan Shloka after me? Rupam Drishyam Lochanam Drg
Rupam Drishyam Lochanam Drik
Tadrishyam Draktumanasam
Tadrishyam Manasam
Drishyadhivruttaya Sakshi
Drishyayati Vrittayah Sakshi
Drugeva Natu Drishyate.
Drikev Natu Drishyate.
So, as we are meeting after a few weeks, let us just review where we are. Once we understood that the true nature of ourselves is Sakshi and not our Antakarana and our Amruti. Amruti is our ego, Antakarana is the rest, which is Mana, Buddhi and Chitta. Okay. So all of these are Drishya alone. All of them are inert alone. Only because of the presence of Sakshi, they are being enlivened. Okay. And after giving this core information or core message about who we really are, then why are we getting confused about who we really are? The topic has been taken as the power of Maya. So what it is said is that Maya has two powers. Maya has several powers, but they're broadly classified into two powers. One is called as Avarana, other is Vikshepa. Okay? So Avarana is one that veils and Vikshepa is one that projects. Now, then if these two powers are there, and what these two powers together did is that within Brahman, which is who is Sat-Chit-Ananda, right? Sat-Chit-Ananda, which is Advaita. Advaita meaning non-dual, and who is Akhanda. Akhanda means that cannot be broken. into parts, partless. Nishkala is partless, specifically. Akhanda means that cannot be cut. That cannot be cut or Nishkala, partless. What does it mean is that it is completely homogeneous. It is so homogeneous that there is no such thing as here and there within Brahman. There is no such thing as upper portion of Brahman and lower portion of Brahman. So there is absolutely no differentiation within Brahman at all. This Brahman, in fact, a little more to contemplate is, as you probably you can recall from Tattvabodha, Brahmashaya Maya Asti, and this Maya, which is within the refuge of Brahman, when it started creation, what did it do? The first thing that it created was space, Akasha. That means what? Before the creation of space, there is no space in Brahman. Okay? It's an interesting aspect. Even there is no such thing as space or time within Brahman. Now, in that Brahman, this Maya, with the Maya power, what happened is that a srishti, a creation has projected. And this creation is within Brahman. It is not outside of it. Srishtir Nama Brahma Rupe Sat-Chit-Ananda Vastuni. Vastuni means within Brahman. Ni Vastuni. Okay. Abdhav Henadivat Sarva Nama Rupa Prasarana. I'm referring to the shloka 14. Okay. Sarva Nama Rupa Prasarana. So it is just like within ocean, there's always froth, there are always waves, there's always bubbles, and they are constantly forming and they're constantly being created and dissolved and appears to be existing. So for a moment you call it as waves, for a moment you call it as bubble, for a moment you'll call it as froth, but in the end it is all water. Where whatever form it takes, whether it takes up the form of a bubble or froth or wave, small wave, big wave, rising wave, falling wave, crashing wave, whichever way you want to say, all of that is water alone. But different things appear. In the same way, what is happening is within Brahman, there is a flow of these names and forms. So that means the entire Srishti is nothing but names and forms. Now, is it all that he has done? No, 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 no. What happened is that this Avarna Shakti, what it did within the self, it has veiled the difference, it has covered the difference between the self and not self. What is not self? Ahankara, right? Hamvritti, Ahankara, Antakarana meaning the rest of Mana, Buddhi, Chitta, Jnanendriyas, Karmendriyas, even this physical body, all of this is non-self. And Sakshi is there. So Sakshi is this enlivening spirit, this Chaitanya, and everything is inert, and it appeared that the difference is crystal clear. It is like day and night, but because of the coverage of this Avarna Shakti, what happened is that there is a mistaken feeling that my real self is this inert body. My real nature is this mind, intellect, ego. This is what we can come to feel. This is inside. Outside, what happened? Whereas everything is happening in Brahman, we started seeing everything only in Nama Rupa, and we forgot the Brahman aspect in it. So because of that, with Avarana Shakti, this samsara has formed. Now, if that is the case, that is the problem. Now, if this is the problem, what is the solution? We need to remove that Avarna Shakti. So when we need to remove that Avarna Shakti, what has to be done is, we need, I'm not going every shloka, okay? We need to understand is, what is the nature of world must be understood. And once we understand what is the nature, we need to focus on what is the true nature of the world. So verse 30 said, Sti, I, Priyam, Nama, Rupam and Nama. These five are Amsha Panchakam. These are five aspects are there in everything that we see in the world. Okay? Everything that we see in the world has got these five aspects. Asti, Bhati, Priyam means existence, consciousness, bliss, and Rupam means form. Form means, don't just limit to the form alone. Anything that is experienced through any of my five senses. So that means that form, it could be taste, touch, uh, and smell, etc. Right? All five senses. Okay, so it could be any of those plus name associated with it. So these five aspects are there to anything in this world, okay? Whether it is internal world or external world. Even in our thoughts, there is a form of our thought, right? A thought is being formed, a thought is thought upon, and a thought is being discarded, or a thought is being followed like that, right? Now, within these five, the first three, Asti Bhati Priyam, existence, consciousness, and bliss, are Brahma Rupam. This is the Brahman aspect there. Jagat Rupam Tatodvayam. This form and name belongs to Jagat. So, given that, if I take a pen or water or a thought or a person or an animal or a plant, whichever thing the object we take, living or non-living, in all of them, these five aspects are there. And so what happened? Then we need to focus on the first three, because that is non-changing. This Nama and Rupa are changing. So, and this is, and to 21st verse, it says, Kavya, Ka, Vayu, Apaha, Agni, Jala. That is five elements. Five elements means what? This Panchamahabhutas created, the entire external world is created by this Panchamahabhutas. So that means that everything that is seen in this external world is made up of Panchamahabhutas, along with Deva, Devyak, Nara, Adishu. Devata means beings that are higher than above, higher in higher abodes, who are higher than us. Tiryak means animals, means that is any beings that are lower than us. Okay, Nara meaning us humans. Okay, all of them are nothing but made up of these five forms. I mean, like five aspects. What five aspects? Asti, Bhati, Priyam, Nama, Rupa. So then what do we need to do? So this is where like we need to start in our shloka, shloka number 22. Before we start, do we have any questions based on what you heard? Okay. So I will break down the shloka words, and then we one of you will repeat after me. Okay. Upeksha Nama Rupe, Nama and Rupa. Nama Rupe, Dve Sat-Chit-Ananda Tatparaha. So that is Sat-Chit-Ananda Tatparaha. So all five parts put together. Sat-Chit-Ananda Tatparaha. Samadhim Sarvada Kuryat. Hrudaye Va Athava Bahihi. Okay, so the second part is simple, straightforward. Okay, so one of you go off mute and please repeat after me. उपेक्ष नाम रूपे द्वे
उपेक्ष नाम रूपे द्वे
चिदानंद तत्परः
सच्चिदानंद तत्परः
समाधिं सर्वदा कुर्यात्
समाधिं सर्वदा कुर्यात्
हृदये वाथवा बहिः
हृदये वाथवा बहिः.
So now from here, see, until now what happened is that we studied theory. Okay. Now that we have studied theory on its own is useless if it is not put in practice. So the teacher here, now he is giving what to do with this knowledge. So here the instruction portion has started for us. Upeksha. Okay? Upeksha means drop off, disregard, discard. What to discard? Nama, Rupe, Dve. Dve means dual. Okay? Both of them. So what are those both? Nama and Rupa. So drop off Nama and Rupa. That's what the meaning is. Upeksha Nama Rupe Dve. That means that again, like every time, again, I want to emphasize, every time you see the word Rupa, it is Upalakshana for other five Vishayas. Okay, Vishayas of senses, right? Okay, so Rupa, Shabda, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Shabda, Rupa, Rasa. No, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Yeah, those five. Okay, so any object has either the sound or the form or touch, taste, smell. Okay, because we have only five senses, so we can experience only through these five aspects of any object, right? So you may have like two of them, some of them may have two, three, or all five may be there. So now, so every time Rupa is there, don't assume that is Rupa alone, it is Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Okay, so Upeksha, Nama, Rupa means forget about the form or like how it looks like and what is its name. And then what? Okay. Dve Nama Rupe Upeksha. Sat-Chit-Ananda Tatparaha. So now, what else is there when we drop off this? Sat, Chit, and Ananda are there. So when Sat, Chit, Ananda are there, what do we need to do? Tatparaha. Tatparaha means, have you heard Matparaha anywhere before? Matpara?
Something other? Matpara?
Sorry?
Something other? Matpara?
Matpara. In Vedanta, where did you might probably hear this word, Matpara?
Gita,
Sorry, Rajiji?
in Gita,
Gita, right? In Gita, you keep hearing Matchittaha, Matparaha, Matchitta, Matpara. These two words keep on coming again and again throughout Gita. What is Matpara means? And who is saying Matpara in Bhagavad Gita? Bhagavan Lord Krishna is saying Matpara all the time. When he's saying Matpara all the time, what does he mean? Matpara means think of me as the highest. Okay, think of me as the supreme most. Okay, and once you understand that I am the supreme, most supreme, then you surrender to me. Now, when Bhagavan Krishna is saying Matpara, 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 and also along with Matpara, another word that keeps coming is Matchitta. Matchitta means keep thinking about me and keep have a focus, understand that I am highest. Now, when Bhagavan Krishna is saying that all the time in Bhagavad Gita, Machchitta Matpara, Machchitta Matpara, now it is not like Lord Krishna is saying those words. Okay, understand that it is not referring to Lord Krishna's physical body or his color or his form. Understand that the teacher there is Ishvara. Ishvara meaning the Jagat, the one who has created this entire universe. So what is the difference? Again, what is the difference between Brahman and Ishvara? Brahman is Sat-Chit-Ananda Swarupa. But when Brahman is identified with his own Maya Shakti and is taking care of the creation, sustenance, maintenance, and dissolution, that aspect of Brahman, which is like spread all over this universe that has been created, right? That Shakti of Brahman along with Maya, that Brahman is called as Ishvara. So, and then if you take out that Upadhi meaning that Ishvara being the owner of this universe, that kind of Upadhi is taken away. Again, remember, like Srishti is nothing but Nama Rupa Prasarana. So there could be a big wave, there could be a bubble. So that big wave is Ishvara, that bubble is me. But in essence, big wave is also water. I am also, bubble is also water. So now, if we take out that Nama and Rupa is taken away, both of them is water. So when Bhagavan Krishna is saying that Machchitta Matpara, it is not specifically saying that, okay, Lord Krishna is supreme, Lord Krishna is the one I should be thinking about. If you do that, that's also fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But the more essential thing is that Brahman is the supreme. Brahman is what I need to think about because I am Brahman. Okay? Now, so Machchitta means think about me. Matpara means I am supreme. Now here, okay, so why we are talking about all of this Matpara, Machchitta is here Tatpara has come. What is the difference between Matpara and Tatpara? Matpara is used in first person because Lord Krishna is talking, saying that think of me as most supreme. Now here the teacher is saying Tatparaha means Tat means that, like Tattvamasi, that. Okay? Understand that is supreme. So which means that it is in third person. Okay? So, and who is this third person that is being referred to? Is Sat-Chit-Ananda Tatparaha. So, and what Sat-Chit-Ananda is? Brahman. So understand that Brahman is supreme. Okay? So understand that Brahman is supreme. Okay? And now when you are understanding this Brahman is supreme, what do we need to drop off? Nama and Rupa. So there are certain things I need to drop off, and then there are certain things I should get attached to. So Pujya Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda used to say, what is Vedanta? He would simply say, detach and attach. Detach from the world, attach to
The Lord, the Supreme.
the Supreme. So that is what he used to always say. Simplifying, right? So this is that idea. I mean, like this shloka is explaining the same thought. Okay. Now, why should I detach? Okay. From this world, I accept Brahman is supreme. But what is wrong? I understand Brahman is supreme, but I also like this. This is where our challenge is. Many of us, we understand Brahman is supreme. We don't question the existence of Brahman. We believe in Brahman. I mean, like Brahman means like whether, like as in whether it is a Hindu or non-Hindu, any other religion, anyone who believes in God, they believe in a form of God. One way or other, they believe in God. They also understand the supremacy of God. No question about that. Okay, unless you're atheist, we all believe in God and we know that the God is supreme. Yeah, it is not, I mean, atheists are not anything lower. Okay, in today's world, probably atheists are more, what do you call they are more principled than many theists, probably. But so, however, our challenge is that we want to hold on to the world as well as Brahman. Now, when we do that, we lose focus. And how are we losing focus? Because of the Avarna Shakti of Maya. What did it do? It is making, first of all, there is Sakshi, and then there is rest of the body, right? The Sustula, Sukshma, Karna, Shariras. It removed the difference. I mean, it weighed the difference. So now you don't even know. Now, as a result, what happened? If you have thought that, okay, this is real nature, Sakshi is my real nature, but even though, and this is not my real nature, but somehow I'm identifying with it, that is fine. But what you're saying that, oh, this human body is my real nature, that Sakshi is something that people say in books. I never experienced, I don't know. Okay, that is our challenge. So because of that, we are in samsara again and again and again and again, and it is never ending. So for us to end that, what we need to do is that we have to hold on to Brahman, and that requires a lot of focus. Okay, and we had to drop off everything. Let us say when we are young, when we were young, if exams were coming, right, and if those exams were important, especially when I was growing up, 7th grade exams were important and 10th grade exams were important. Then of course intermediate and so on and so forth. So if 7th grade exams are coming, then back then we didn't even have TV. So, but radio was cut off. Then no going out to play or anything like that. And what do I need to do? Study, 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 study. Right? Exams are there. Right? So even for a 7th grade exam, okay, we needed to have focus, bring focus by dropping everything. And in case of 7th grade exam, after the exam, yeah, we run out and play. And we worry about the results on the day the results were coming, right? Until then, we were worry-free. But here, when we want to get out of this eternal samsara, the never-ending samsara, we need a lot more focus. And to get a lot more focus, we have to start dropping off this nama and rupa. And when we do that, and then if we are absorbed in this focus, what happens? Let's go back to our 7th grade exams. Or like, whenever you're studying something seriously, okay, you probably did not have 7th grade exams, may not be that important for you as it was important for us in my childhood. But something that when you're studying seriously, what happens? It is important for you, very important, and you're studying. You're not studying because, oh, man, I had to study this, I hate this. No, not with that attitude. This is very interesting, this is very important, and I'm studying this. With that attitude, when you're studying and you're deeply studying, do you have other thoughts about someone else? Like as in, like, oh, I need to think of, I mean, like I need to take care of this or that. or like, do you have any other, I mean, like you may have thoughts, okay, so that like about your duties, but do you have thoughts about, hey, I wonder what my friend was doing, whom I did not meet for last 5 years. You won't have thoughts like that. Okay? You won't have thoughts about anything else. And sometimes you're so engrossed in it, you don't remember who you are. Okay? I mean, the thought that I am Venkat, that thought is not there anymore. Okay? When you're totally engrossed. This because of the focus, when you engross and when you're totally absorbed, when there are no other thoughts, this state is called as Samadhi. Okay? So this is Samadhi. Why are we talking about Samadhi? In the second line, the very first word is Samadhim. So now, Samadhi. Did you ever talk about Samadhi before? No? Yes?
Yes.
So, growing up in India, Samadhi means, the first meaning of Samadhi that as a lay person I had was funeral ground, where there are some construction over a dead body. They used to call it Samadhi-s. Even on TVs, we used to see that whenever a foreign dignitary would come to India, in Delhi, they would go to the Samadhi-s of Mahatma Gandhi, put everything there. Okay, so that is Samadhi. Samadhi means someone dead and gone, and that tomb is there. That is Samadhi. That was the first understanding of Samadhi for us. Then later on, as you're studying this, that, okay, and dabbling with spirituality, right? And you see the pictures of saints in pictures, I mean, like in books, how they used to sit, I mean, like in a yoga meditation pose, and they close their eyes, and they are in Samadhi. That is that. Means that when you are doing meditation, you will attain a position where whatever is happening outside, you don't know. You are in maybe you're sleeping, or you are in a different state, because of which none of these are impacting you, none of the sound or any other disturbances, external disturbances are happening. That is Samadhi. That's the second understanding of our Samadhi. Now, which one of these are correct?
The first one
First one
is the original understanding of Samadhi.
is as a tomb.
No.
That was the first one I said. So,
Oh, okay. No, it's the second one. The person who has kind of
Mhm.
dislocated himself, has kind of completely given up the worldly atmosphere, even though he's living in the world, and yet is beyond the world.
Well, I will argue first one is also right, because you see the word like, what is August 3rd in Chinmay Mission?
The Samadhi day, Gurudev's
Gurudev's
birthday.
Gurudev's birthday is May 8th.
May 8th, yeah. So it is Samadhi day.
Is it Samadhi day?
August 3rd is Samadhi day.
Is it Samadhi day? No, it is not just Samadhi day. It is
the attainment.
A prefix is there to Samadhi.
Mahasamadhi.
It is Mahasamadhi. Okay. So, see, so Mahasamadhi. So, now whenever a Jivan Mukta Purusha passes away, we call it as Mahasamadhi. Okay. So, see that then, so that means that if any of us pass away, nobody would say it is Mahasamadhi. Okay. So, it is only for Jivan Mukta Purushas. So, we keep seeing that a tombstone place is also called a Samadhi. When someone, a great Mahatma passes away, I mean, as a Jivan Mukta Purusha passes away, that's Mahasamadhi. Then someone is in a deep meditation trance, that's also called Samadhi. So what is this Samadhi means? Okay. Now, we just defined something else. What did we just say? Oh, when you're totally absorbed in your mind, okay, that is also Samadhi, we said. So what exactly Samadhi means? So, if Sama means
Equal.
equal, okay, equal, or it is also there. It's also Sama means also balanced. Right? Equal means also balanced. Equal also means balanced. Right? So balanced means what? If you see a balance, like back in back from the where they used to measure vegetables at certain vegetable market, you'll have like a 500-gram stone or 1 kilo stone on one side, and they put vegetables on the other side. What happens in that? Keeps on going, and then once it stops, that is the balance. So that is 1 kilo or whatever, right? So that is samanatva, samatva, equal thing is there. So when that equal thing is there, then there is no more movement. There's no more movement means no more agitation. Okay. When the agitation of the mind is completely gone, that state where the mind is quiet completely, that is samadhi. Okay. Now so now what happened in the first example that we talked about, like when you're reading a book thoroughly engrossed, there were no agitations, there are no other thoughts. I mean, that's the closest layman example, right? So at that time, what happened? There is a total absorption. When there is a total absorption, there is not much disturbance in the mind. But that example has limitation, because what happened is that there's a modification of mind is happening. It means there's a like something you're reading, something being absorbed, something is being added. So that means what? Your chitta, meaning like new information is being pulled and being stored. So that means that there is some kind of modification is continually happening when you're reading. But imagine even that is turned off, where there is no modification of mind, where there is no thought in mind, okay? Where there is no agitation in mind. Because what agitates mind is thoughts. Okay? When there are no thoughts, no agitation. When that is there, the mind is at resting place while awake. Okay, this is while we are awake, not when we are in deep sleep. When we are in deep sleep also, mind is in resting place. No question about that. But while we are awake, the mind is in complete resting place. That state is called as samadhi. Now, under what conditions there are no thoughts?
Focused.
When you're focused on something, the thoughts are minimal. Now, Here, what is being said is Samadhim Sarvada Kuryat. Samadhim Sarvada Kuryat means always be in Samadhi. Sarvada means always. Kuryat means remain. Or like actually, the actual meaning of Kuryat is do. Okay? Do means in this particular context, it means remain in Samadhi all the time. What do you mean? So that means that what about like shouldn't I get up? Shouldn't I brush? Okay, who's going to go to work? Okay, who's going to get money? Okay, what about my food? Okay, what about my duties? There, the second half comes. Hrudaye va athava bahihi. Hrudaye means
Heart.
heart means inside heart. Inside heart means within yourself, be in samadhi. Va athava means what? Athava means or else. Bahihi, outside. I mean by outside. Okay, because again, like when we take a look at pictures of like our mental picture of any samadhi is we are sitting quietly, eyes closed, and somehow or other we are after a lot of struggle. Maybe there are some moments, okay, maybe a half second here, a quarter second there of samadhi experience if you are doing meditation. Now he's saying Adhava Bahi outside also. That means when you are outside here means when you are living your daily life in the world, you need to have samadhi. Okay, how is that possible?
Thinking of the Lord all the time, not oneself.
So here, so again, how to the one who is coming to first let me give you there are 5 we said, right? What are the 5 aspects? Sat, Chit, Ananda, Rupa and Nama. 5 aspects are there, right? In everything. Now, does Sat ever change?
No.
No. Does Sat ever modify? So no. Is there any modification in Chit?
No.
Consciousness? No. Ananda?
No.
Nama?
Yes.
Rupa?
Yes.
Yes.
So anything that is changing will cause a modification in the mind. See, what happens is you walk into a room. The left side wall is bare, right side wall has a TV. TV is running. I mean, like TV is turned on and some program is coming. Sports or a drama, whatever. Are you going to look at the left wall? Will you be engrossed in the left wall or the right wall?
Right.
Right wall. Why? Because something is changing, and as there is changing, your mind also goes and it also keeps changing. Okay? Left wall, there is nothing going on. So our mind cannot accept that blankness. Okay? So even if you look at that wall after few seconds or maybe a couple of minutes, we turn our attention to other side. Even if the actor who is playing a role in that movie or the person who is coming on TV, we don't like that political personality, or the game that is the sport that is being played by our rivals and they are winning. Meaning like even if we dislike, we still continue to watch that. Okay. So that is the weakness of our mind. So, and when that happens, along with that, our mind keeps changing. So, Asti Bhati Priya Nama Rupa. This Nama Rupa is what attracts us to the world, and this is what is creating thoughts in us. But if you upeksha, drop this off, upeksha Nama Rupe, and if you hold on to this Sat-Chit-Ananda, where is the thought modification? Is there any
There,
thought modification?
there is no thought modification. When there will not be any thought modification.
So there won't be any thought modification. So when we hold on to this, whether it is inside or outside, there won't be any thought modification. Hence, stay in that kind of a samadhi. That is what being said. Now, if you actually, let me share my screen for a quick second. One second. I mean, like sorry, one second. Give me one second. Huh? Sorry, I wasn't planning on this, so I did not prepare. Give me a second. So now let me know when you are able to see. Yeah, do you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Which screen are you seeing?
There's a flow chart kind of a thing.
Oh, okay.
Samadhi, Antaha.
So here, so this is this is probably like you need to take a screenshot of this, maybe, or I'll send the screenshot later. Okay. So samadhi, what in the next slokas, what we see is that here, what it is in this sloka is in the second line, samadhim sarvada kuryat hrudaye va athava bahihi. Either inside or outside, we need to do samadhi. Okay. So in this samadhi, so that means that there's an antah samadhi and bahis samadhi. Two types of samadhis are there. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Now, within this samadhi, whether it is antah samadhi or bahis samadhi, within each of them, there is a savikalpa samadhi and there is a nirvikalpa samadhi. Okay? In both, savikalpa and nirvikalpa. Okay. Now, we will see this in the next sloka, not right now. But within Savikalpa, this is written in Devanagari script. Hopefully, you're able to read. Otherwise, it is Drishyanuviddha and Shabdanuviddha. Again, Drishyanuviddha, Shabdanuviddha. So there is so Savikalpa Samadhi and Nirvikalpa Samadhi are there. Within Savikalpa, there are two kinds. Drishyanuviddha
You're still
Savikalpa.
more. Vekatji, the diagram is gone. We are seeing some text here.
We are seeing Apeksha Nama Rupe Dve Sachidananda Tatparaha.
Oh, I thought you were referring to the diagram, right?
Yeah.
Drsya
Hold on a second. So let me start sharing. And share screen 2. Okay. You're seeing the...
Yeah.
We got it.
Okay. So samadhi, there is antah samadhi and bahis samadhi. Okay. Within antah samadhi, there is savikalpa and nirvikalpa. Within bahis samadhi, also same savikalpa and nirvikalpa are there. Within savikalpa, there are two categories. One is Drishyanuviddha and other is Shabdanuviddha. Okay? So the same Drishyanuviddha and Shabdanuviddha Savikalpa Samadhi. So how many types of total Samadhis are there?
Two.
Sorry,
Two.
two? Which ones?
6.
Anta and Bahihi.
6
Six.
total.
Okay. So 6 is correct answer. Okay. Why?
Oh, Savikalpa and Nirvikalpa.
So Drishyanuviddha Savikalpa Samadhi, Shabdanuviddha Savikalpa Samadhi. And then you can say Anta Drishyanuviddha Savikalpa Samadhi, Antah Shabdanuviddha Savikalpa Samadhi, Antah Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Then Vahi Drishyanuviddha Savikalpa Samadhi, Vahi Shabdanuviddha Savikalpa Samadhi, Vahi Nirvikalpa Samadhi. These are the 6 types of Samadhis that are there. Okay. So now Antaha means internal, inside. Bahihi means outside. Okay. So when are in meditation, this is the type of Samadhis. These 3 types of Samadhis are possible. Antah Drishyanuviddha Savikalpa Samadhi, Antah Shabdanuviddha Savikalpa Samadhi, or Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Similarly, when you're outside, these 3 types are possible. Vahihi Drishyanuviddha Savikalpa Samadhi, Vahihi Shabdanuviddha Savikalpa Samadhi, Vahihi Nirvikalpa Samadhi. These 3 are possible. Okay. Now, so now which ones should I follow? We will start with this Anta Savikalpa Drishyanuviddha Samadhi or Shabdanuviddha Savikalpa Samadhi on inside, and outside we will follow with Vahi Savikalpa Drishyanuviddha and Vahi Shabdanuviddha. Eventually, so this is starting point. Savikalpa Samadhi is the starting point. Nirvikalpa Samadhi is the ending point. Okay? Whether it's internal or external, Nirvikalpa is the ending point. Savikalpa is the starting point for us, whether this way or this way. Okay? So, these are the 6 types of Samadhis are there. And we need to understand all of this. Okay? So that way, again, why? Because Bhagavan is saying, Swamiji, book author, Vidyarayana Swami is saying, Samadhim sarvada kuryat hrudayeva athava bahihi. So you have to do Samadhi all the time, whether it's internal or external. And in the subsequent shlokas, he is going to say what are the different types of Samadhis and how to practice. So they and the definition of what is Savikalpa, what is Nirvikalpa, okay, what is Drishyanuviddha, what is Shabdanuviddha, etc. Those will come in the next shloka. So I don't want to start that shloka right now, and we will do it as a single class next week. Okay, so I want to pause here to see if you have any questions based on what you heard so far. I take it that you don't have any questions.
This Nama Rupa is the Nama Rupa created by Maya then?
Yeah. So that is, Srishti is what? Nama Rupa Prasarana. Srishti is projection of Maya, right? Vikshepa Shakti of Maya. So it is a projection.
So the Nama Rupa is also a projection?
Nama Rupa is a projection, not creation.
Okay. But do we not say Srishti also as a creation? Srishti is creation?
Yes, Srishti is creation. But see, what happens is that creation, sustenance, dissolution, we keep saying those words. But what happens is, when you really, see, if it is like, initial Vedanta class or outside, for day-to-day use, from her perspective, we use the word, you can use the creation, etc. But as we are getting into the a little bit more intermediate level Vedanta, right? We have to understand that there is no such thing as creation. Because creation supposes that there is something before. If you want to create, you need to have something prior to creation from which you can create.
Yeah.
Now, when there is nothing in the beginning, how can something come out of nothing? Okay. So, on careful consideration, okay, Vedanta doesn't use the word creation, rather it uses the word projection. Okay. Srujami, Bhagavan Krishna uses the word Srujami in Bhagavad Gita. Okay, Srujamyaham. Okay, this world is projected by me, Mama Maya. Okay, by my Maya is projected. This world is projected. Okay, because what happens is, if you think about curd, you created curd. You created curd in the sense, okay, you made curd. So how is curd made? Curd is made up of milk. So milk died and curd has come. So the cause for curd is something else that is prior to curd. Okay. So like that, there is a table. The cause for this table is a tree. Okay. So like that, every object has a cause. Now, what is the first cause because of which the world is created?
Brahman. He has created the world, right?
He has created the world out of what?
Out of nothing.
Huh?
Self.
How can something be created out of nothing?
He has created from himself.
From himself. So that means that something was there before creation. And then if you say that he has created something out of himself, then that means that Brahman has been modified, yes? Because there's Brahman without creation and then there's Brahman after creation. So obviously the creation must have caused some change in Brahman. Yes?
Not necessary. When something has come out of him, it has just come out, that's all.
Okay, if that has come out, and if it is an actual creation that has come out, then that means that whatever he had in him is not there in him anymore when this has come out. Which means Brahman has been modified.
Yes.
So then that means that Brahman has modification, means Brahman has beginning, ending. Okay, Brahman has changes. So then he's not Brahman anymore.
Correct.
He's not the same Brahman as previous. But Brahman is changeless, we said. If Brahman is changeless before creation and after creation, where did the creation come from?
The mind, the projection of the mind.
Whether mind or whatever, it is a projection, not creation. Okay, and that projection is what we are calling as Nama Rupa Prasarana. Okay, it is a Prasarana. Prasarana means it is a flow of Nama and Rupa which is being projected within Brahman.
But before these words and all that, did
Sorry?
come out, before the words and all that came out,
Mhm.
I mean, before Nama Rupa and all that was expressed, brought forth,
Mhm.
then anything and everything was just Brahman alone then. The term that we term as Brahman.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. So this Nama and Rupa, the word, etc., all of them are just appearing and disappearing. You just asked me a question, right? What was the question did you ask?
Nama Rupa, the
Okay. So before you said, where were those words? Before you uttered those words, where were they?
in my mind or in the book.
Okay. But as a sound, where did it come from and where did they end?
It came from within me and
Where did they end?
it ended outside.
Where? Where did they go? That's what is prasarana. They're appearing and
And
disappearing.
disappearing.
And before the sound has come, there was silence.
Mhm.
Correct.
And those words had some name and form. Word is the name, and those nama rupa is a form, right? So they had this name and form, and then they disappeared.
Correct.
This is how the whole thing is happening. So there's no such thing as everything, because nothing can be created out of, I'm sorry,
Ev-
it can be created out of nothing. Okay,
Nothing.
you need something prior. Because we don't have something prior for creation, okay, what we call this as projection. Okay. Okay. So everything is a projection within Brahman without having any change, without causing any change within Brahman.
So in other words, there is no other creation, but basically just projections.
Yeah. So, I mean, uh, if you are interested, like one of the theories, latest scientific theories is what our universe is a projection. Like what are the, not
Really?
uh, halogen, no, not halogen. Yeah, like a universe as a projection, scientific theory, something like that. If you Google, you'll find a lot of material.
So even science is saying this now. Like it was always.
As of now. But what's, to be honest with you, I don't know. I don't have full knowledge about that theory.
Mhm.
Okay. And I don't know how exactly it matches with Vedanta either. So, but I know like nowadays, that is one of the modern theories say that universe is a projection. Hologram. Yeah, universe is a hologram.
Hologram. Okay.
Now I was thinking like, what was that? Is that
Mhm.
universe as a hologram and universe as a projection? If you just Google, you'll find a lot of nothing to do with Vedanta. You'll find a lot of theories around that. So we'll close.
Sure.
Oh. पूर्णमतः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम Thank you everyone. Have a great weekend, great week, and we'll see you all next week.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Harihi Om.